This is our new DSLR Baseplate. I was just on the way back from, I think it was LA in the airplane, and I was just trying to think of a way that we could accommodate the different size DSLRs that are out there, like the tall-bodied ones or the short bodies with the battery plates, and also as a base to build all kinds of things from. You can not only do our Gorilla style configurations, but you can also build cages, do all sorts of things with this, and of course, the main thing is to be able to support a matte box and follow focus.
You have rods that can come out the sides, so you can build this sort of offsetting if you need it. You got rods that can come out the back.
By putting rods in the back, you can use our double mount, which supports our battery for powering monitors and things like that.
And they're locking. They have these Allen keys so that the rods can't unturn. I think the other thing to say is that this half-inch thread is a Zacuto thread. If you own previously existing rods, Zacuto rods, they will screw into there. Mm-hmm. And then you've got two levels of rods here, which is really interesting so that you can have matte box follow focus. But what I like that's interesting is we even had this set up with that Zeiss CP2 lens the other day. You were actually using the bottom rod coming right through for adding a lens support. All right, now let's show all the different ways you can get things on and off of here.
Of course, now like with everything we make, it's quick releasable. So a turn of that knob, you can pop your camera off, and this is all that's on the camera. If you're using a Z-Finder, that will be on this section of it. So your Z-Finder will go with this plate as you pop it off. If you wanted to quick release, of course, and keep your matte box and follow focus, it just pops off your tripod base right here, and then this part will just go with you. So there's many different options and ways that you can work with it. Some other things that happen actually when you loosen this knob here is not only does it quick release off, but you get this side-to-side action, which is good to help you adjust for positioning of your matte box. Future cameras or other cameras may not have their 1/4-20 hole quite centered. You know, sometimes matte boxes are a little off, so that side-to-side gives you that flexibility and adjustment. And of course, then there's the up and down for adjusting the height of your matte box and follow focus as well.
Yeah, I mean, as you see here, this plate is very high right now, but it has the ability to go all the way down to here so that it can handle tall body cameras. It can handle cameras with the wireless unit on it with the large battery packs and future cameras. You know, I always envision this more like a Harley where you customize it and you put all your own things on it.
We have our suggested kits, but I mean, by all means, people build your own. That's what it's made for.
All right, let's talk about how we can turn this into kits.
This is the single action. It's pretty much our smallest kit, if you want to call it that.
You know, this is a good starter kit if you want to work off a tripod and use a follow focus or a matte box and a Z-Finder. You can work handheld with it, but you know, it doesn't really add any stability, although those are parts you can add. It's not so much buying our kits as it is maybe buying a kit and then adding to it and adding your own frills to it, and then send us some pictures so we can get them on our website.
Right. Here you see a single action with a 5D on it, and I've simply just added some side grips and a top grip for low mode kind of stuff. Okay, so what we're looking at here is what we call a fast draw. But what you're also seeing here is a tall-bodied camera. Actually, this is a 5D with a battery grip on it, so it is a tall camera. As you can see, the plate accommodates that.
This is your basic sort of what I call an E&G camera setup. This is like if you wanted to have a beta cam, you know. It's the minimum for doing all-day shooting in a comfortable, balanced setup.
Right. It's very well balanced right now with the counterweight on there. You know, I can just about let go of this. And again, you know, as with all our stuff, I can adjust this grip out farther, different angles.
Also, this is new, Jens. Tell us about that.
Our Z-mount swivel. That's essentially like our Z-mount, but here now you can dial in a different angle. What it'll help you do is, without lengthening this rod, be able to push your grip out a little bit farther, change the angle of where your wrist might be. If this is not enough of an adjustment, there's a lot of little things you can do with the Z-mount swivel, actually.
Yeah, I love it. You sort of have unlimited articulation at this point with hand grips by using that.
Okay, what I'm holding here now is what we call the crossfire. Using our DSLR base plate, this is essentially a Gorilla style setup.
This is my favorite kit.
Yeah, I like this one. I got the points of contact I need.
What's great about this is that you can add a follow focus and a matte box. It's really a Gorilla type of shooter, but it can be cinemized or it could be lightened up.
What we're looking at here is the double barrel. This is our, I guess, if you want to call it our biggest kit. Typically, you'd have a mat box on here. And this is also showing our double grips, which you haven't seen in any of the other kits.
This is sort of our traditional grip style, which is unique to us, which is bringing the arms low. You know, everybody has this thing for having your hands up here, but it is hard to hold.
It's fatiguing. It's not a natural position.
Right. We get them down here. You have much more control and leverage when your arms are low, and you can really steady much better.
Now, some of the features that you get with this that you might not get with other support that is similar is several different adjustments. By having this rod coming out the side and being able to pivot here, you can adjust your eye height to the finder, and also the distance that your shoulder pad is, not only from the side of your head but back. Of course, you can put the handle in any number of positions to find your center of gravity. We've always been able to say you can just dial it into your body shape perfectly.
Yes. Okay, terrific. So we've got our new cinema line here, and it's pretty impressive.